Today we are in on the great Ganga riverfront and at Banaras fabled ghats of Varanasi. Unquestionably, the city's most iconic and celebrated close image. Look to these ghats. For thousands of years, these ghats have been the center for religion, culture, and commerce, offering an unrivaled panorama for visitors to the city. Interestingly, all these ghats are renovated sometime in 18th century. But if you document the history of these ghats, they have a fascinating history to tell. You can very easily walk the entire length of the ghats without interruption. But I would also recommend taking a boat ride on the Ganga to fully appreciate the ghats from a little farther away. There are some important ghats in Varanasi, starting with Assi Ghat, Ganga Mahal Ghat, Rewa Ghat, Tulsi Ghat, Bhadaini Ghat, Janki Ghat, Anandamayi Ghat, Vaksharaj Ghat, Jain Ghat, Nishadraj Ghat, Prabhu Ghat. Presently, we are in Rana Mahal Ghat at the intersection of Rana Mahal Ghat and Darbhanga Ghat, Prabhu Ghat, Panchkota Ghat, Chet Singh Ghat, Niranjani Ghat, Mahanirvani Ghat, Shivala Ghat, Guleria Ghat, Dandi Ghat, Hanuman Ghat, Prachin Ghat, Karnataka State Ghat, Harishchandra Ghat, Lali Ghat, Vijayanagaram Ghat, Kedar Ghat, and Chowki Ghat, the very famous one, the Chowki Ghat, Someshwar Ghat, Mansarovar Ghat, Narad Ghat, Raja Ghat, Khori Ghat, Pandey Ghat, Sarveshwar Ghat, Digpatiya Ghat, Chausatti Ghat, the very important one. Presently, we are roaming around the space between Rana Mahal Ghat and the brief history of Rana Mahal Ghat. Forming part of the northern extension to Chausatti Ghat, Rana Mahal Ghat was also built by the king of Udaipur in 1670. At the top of the ghat is temple of a Vakratunda Vinayaka. The adjacent ghat is the Darbhanga Ghat, very important ghat of Varanasi. This ghat is dominated by Darbhanga Palace, majestic Darbhanga Palace, and an imposing structure built by the king of Darbhanga, Bihar in 1915, along with a nearby Shiva temple. At the top is a shrine of Kukuteshwara. The next ghat in line is Munshi Ghat. Munshi Ghat was built by Sridhar Narayan Munshi, a finance minister of Nagpur, in 1912. It was an extended part of Darbhanga Ghat, which was named in his honor after his death in 1924. In the line of these ghats, the next ghat is Ahilyabai Ghat. We all know how important Ahilyabai is, the queen of Holkar dynasty, is for the history of Varanasi. She is the queen who renovated and reconstructed Kashi Vishwanath Mandir in 1776, which was destroyed by Aurangzeb sometime in September 1669 by a farman. This particular ghat, Ahilyabai Ghat, formerly known as Kevalyagiri Ghat, was greatly renovated by Queen Ahilyabai Holkar of Indore in 1778. Around the same time when she was building this temple in Vishwanath Gali. She is also responsible for building several temples in Banaras, including the Amethi temple on Manikarnika Ghat, and as I have already told you, the famous Vishwanath temple. This was the first ghat to be named after a patron of the city. The next ghat in the line is Sitala Ghat or Shitala Ghat. Renovated by Narayana Dikshit in 1740, Shitala Ghat is northern extension of the Shashwamedh Ghat and named after the famous Sitala temple here. You have seen the Chhatri, the famous Chhatris of Varanasi, which dot the landscape of Varanasi. And the Pandas who sit below these Chhatris, and they do their Dashakarm in the confluence of Ganga. And then moving to the next very important ghat, the legendary Dashasamedh Ghat. Centrally located along the strings of ghats fronting the great Ganga, Dashasamedh Ghat is probably the busiest of all the ghats and is often referred to by tourists as the main ghat. According to the myth related to Devadas, Lord Brahma performed the 10-horse sacrifice Dasha-ashwamedh at this site. Priests sit under bamboo umbrellas, that is the Chhatris, conducting various rituals and rites for pilgrims during the daytime, and in the evening the daily Aarti ritual is performed here, which is a fascinating sight and the most major tourist attraction of Varanasi. Many ancient texts refer to the glory of this ghat, which is linked to several important pilgrimage routes also. The southern part of the ghat was renovated in 1740 by Balaji Bajirao Peshwa, with further modifications occurring sometime in 1774 by Ahilyabai Holkar of Indore. There is another ghat very close by, Prayag Ghat, dividing Dashasamedh Ghat. Prayag Ghat represents Allahabad, another holy city only 120 miles away from Varanasi, at the west of Varanasi, at the confluence of the Ganga, Yamuna and Saraswati river, the mythical Saraswati river. You can see the water dredgers dredging the silt from the Ganga, and you can also see this visual of Shitala Ghat. And next in line is of course Dashasamedh Ghat, as I have already told you, the legendary Dashasamedh Ghat. And Prayag Ghat I was talking about. It is commonly believed that performing the rituals and taking sacred bath here provide exactly the same religious merit as those at Prayag. The ghat was renovated by the Queen of Digpatiya state, West Bengal, in the 19th century. So it is also very important to know that Varanasi has such a rich cosmopolitan culture, that Marathas, the Rajas and Jamindars from Bengal and from other parts of India, southern parts of India, even from Darbhanga, many Rajas, patrons of culture and art, great religious patrons have contributed to the beauty of these ghats. Sometime in the history they have somehow contributed by making one ghat or the other or renovating them whenever they found enough opportunities. Then there is another ghat, Rajendra Prasad Ghat, still considered an extension of Dashasamedh Ghat. It was once known as Ghoda Ghat, but it is named after the first president of India, Dr. Rajendra Prasad. So the Ghoda Ghat is now known as Rajendra Prasad Ghat, and this is the place where Rajiv Gandhi, the then Prime Minister of India, started Ganga Cleanliness Mission sometime in 1986. Why Ghoda Ghat is known? Why Ghoda Ghat was known as Ghoda Ghat is there is a story behind it. Due to a stone statue of a horse that once stood here, recognizing the 10-horse sacrifice. So it is again linked with Ghoda Ghat, has a link with the Dashasamedh Ghat, the adjoining Dashasamedh Ghat also. The statue was removed sometime in the late 19th century and relocated to Sankat Mochan Temple. In 1979, the ghat was renamed in honor of the first president of India, who held the position from 1950 to 1962. The next ghat in line is Man Mandir Ghat, which is also visible from here if you look carefully. Beyond these chhatris and the spectacle of preparation of Aarati and the gathering of people, the next ghat is Man Mandir Ghat, just after Dashasamedh Ghat. Man Mandir Ghat is again dominated by Man Mandir Palace with the astronomical observatory built on the roof. This ghat was formerly known as Someshwara Ghat until the Rajput king of Amer Man Singh built his palace here in 1585. So again, Varanasi is also known for its observatory, which was constructed and commissioned by Raja Man Singh of Jaipur. So contribution of Kachwaha dynasty from Amer also richly contributed to the beauty of the Banaras Ghats. The next ghat beyond the Dashasamedh Ghat, at this point of time we are here in Dashasamedh Ghat. You can see the gathering of people and how people are flocking to the venue to witness the Ganga Aarti, which is scheduled to take place in another 2 hours. The next ghat is Tripura Bhairavi Ghat. The ghat is named after the Tripura Bhairavi shrine, a female partner of Tripureshwara, whose image also exists here. The ghat was renovated by the king of Banaras in the late 18th century. And as I have already told you, Banaras boasts a very rich cosmopolitan culture. So we have a Meera Ghat, the next ghat in line. You can see the shops of Banaras silk sarees and adjoining temples. The temples, small and large, and a beautiful majestic view of Ganga. It's summertime, therefore you see not much of a water, but you can see down the horizon the other side of the Ganges also. And outside here we are standing at the entrance of Dashasamedh Ghat, where you can see richly renovated this expression of Dashasamedh Yagya, which is visible from here, the majestic Dashasamedh Yagya. क्यों नहीं ले रहा ये?